There was a time where people would tell me that all the time, and I would be like, and I was starting to see it. I was starting to believe it. But then you know what happened? Eminem signed this group called Slaughterhouse. And then I was like, well, these are four niggas that are way better than him.
So you think that Eminem gets washed in those Slaughterhouse records?
Wash.
Nah, dog.
Joe Button
So
and Royce the 5'9" used to take turns
nah,
whooping his ass.
nah, nah. Hey, we at the end. We at the end of Slim Shady motherfucking LP. Let's get it. Still don't give a fuck.
But if I offended you, good. Cause I still don't give a fuck. Way down, wait in a straight jump out. Put it over your mouth and grab you by the face. What now?
Oh, bruh, come on, dog. Hey, I was already a fan. I was already a fan. 2 songs in, I'm becoming a fan. I ain't no stan.
Sick and rich, sick and twisted, Mr. Buttersworth. Dre told me to milk this shit for what it's worth.
I'm trying to think of a record where he talks about that was never part of his life. He got to he got to the point where he had money and was like shooing bitches off. You know what I'm saying? He was never a fucking pimp on the block trying to pull hoes. That was never him. So how could he relate to that if that was never his life? You know what I'm saying?
No. I was just talking about it. No, that wasn't in relative relation to anybody. I was just in my mind.
He definitely got records about like bitches and shit, but it's a whole different perspective. Like, bitch, get out of my face. I don't got time for this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then most of the time he's talking about all the shit he was going through with Kim. But I think at the end of the day, it's just subjective, bro. Like
100% agree with that. 100% agree that this is all subjective. I like to talk about the things that aren't subjective, right? And the things that aren't subjective is what I've always said. We don't talk. If Eminem is black, we're not talking about this.
I know. I totally agree with that, bro.
And that's always been my thing. Like,
but that does not describe. If Eminem was black, he'd be the nicest black motherfucker out, dog.
We wouldn't know who he is.
I'm not talking about like his celebrity or how popular he is. Like I could give a fuck about that. I'm just talking about how nice this man is.
But that's what I'm saying. I think, and I could, and like I said, I'm not projecting, and I don't want you to think I'm speaking for you. I'm saying in general, I definitely think the majority give him that nod, whether knowingly or subconsciously, because he's white. We could be in our club in the hood. We'd be like, hey, what up, nigga? And then we watch a white boy and he doing all this shit on beat, and we like, oh,
yeah, because it's the unicorn effect, bro. I get it. It's the white chocolate shit. I say that all the time, and he's a unicorn, bro. Like he's gonna get that attention, but that's noise to me. I'm trying to get filtered through all the bullshit, all the noise. I can care less about that. The people who just think that Eminem is the end all be all, stands whatever he says is truth and law. I'm not talking about that. Because I'm the first one to say Eminem is not my favorite rapper. I do not listen to him outside of these reactions, bro. So when you say it's like the allure and all that shit, that's not the allure to me. Because I'm not allured by any of that. Like I don't like all that crazy shit. But I can just appreciate what this motherfucker can do with words.
But you won't hear me argue about. I like I said, I don't think he's trash at words. You think he's really good at words. I think he's mediocre at words. I think.
But what are you basing that on? You're mediocre because you said that at the Encore album, you pretty much was like, I'm off this. I can't relate to the fuck he's saying.
Right.
But
so I'm
telling you, if I could probably send you some shit that would change your fucking mind, dog. Guaranteed.
I mean, there's nothing I haven't heard. Maybe there's things I haven't sat with, but there's nothing I haven't heard. Anything he's released, retail, anything that's on streaming, I've listened to, I've sat with. Just because the type of worker I am, like this is our job, right? Like talking about things and discussing. I like to be in the know. I don't like to ever talk about anything from an ignorant standpoint.
But the way you describe it sounds like you don't know what he's.
I'm just not. I know. I'm just not impressed by it.
How when you say that M only raps like he only raps a certain way or his lyrics are mediocre at best, but then you give so much attention or acknowledgement to Hove, like. Hove is one-dimensional to me.
Wow.
He stays in that pocket. That's Hove's pocket.
Wow.
how you describe it. He's in that pocket. He can give you game. He'll fucking teach you, talk about money, get your game up, and he's smooth. He's a smooth motherfucker, bro. But like Jay-Z is in that Jay-Z pocket. He's not gonna go on another. He can't do no comedian shit. He's not gonna go on another fucking record and get outside of what he does. If it ain't broke, no type of fix it type of shit.
You're saying that he doesn't go. He doesn't change his demeanor.
Yeah, like
That's where Eminem does change his demeanor. He'll be here. But then he'll be
nah, bro. See, you being sarcastic with it, man. I gotta give you records so you know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. Like,
yeah, no, because in all seriousness, I like all jokes aside, I am confused when you say that, right? When you say when you say Jay doesn't leave the pocket, and then you're not talking about flows. So I am a little confused when you say that.
Here's my thing.
I'm listening.
Predictable. That's what I appreciate the most about artists is when they're unpredictable and you don't know what you're gonna get. If Jay-Z shows up, I can pretty much assume how that's just gonna sound.
How's it gonna sound?
Like Jay-Z raps. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what he's gonna say. He may wow me with some gem dropping ass shit and give me a dope ass metaphor presenting to me this smooth ass way he does, or may switch the flow up and shit. Like he had the quick ass flow, the beginning of the career, he smoothed it out and gives you like these smooth ass one-liners at times and they hit you and shit, but I can predict how Hov is gonna sound when he's gonna jump on the record. You know what I'm saying? Andre, I can't predict how that shit's gonna sound. K-Dot, I cannot predict how that shit's gonna sound. Eminem, I sure as hell can't predict how that shit's gonna fucking sound.
That's the pushback I'm giving you. You know exactly how he's going.
No, that's not. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't believe it, bro. But before I went through his catalog, I would have said that. I'm like, you gonna be on some Slim Shady, kill your mother, fucking sucking all types of shit. I would have said that. But as far as I don't consider Eminem the angry fucking white rapper. I consider Eminem nice. No, he's not, bro. That was before. Now Eminem is on some. He's older, he's mature, he's trying to give you bars, he's trying to advance his way of rapping and shit. He's woke as fuck. He talks about fucking like controversial ass topics and shit, and he wants his respect. Like he's hungry right now, dog. At 45 years old, like he has a chip on his shoulder. That's how Eminem is. He's not on this crazy want to fucking chop you up into pieces type of shit. He don't do that shit no more. That was the younger Eminem. Like he was on drugs, wilding and all that shit. And when he did that shit, he will still give you fucking hard ass records at the same time. So that's why I appreciate the fool, because you can do all this crazy shit that I don't fucking vibe with, and at the same time get on a record with fucking Wayne, fucking Tip, goddamn whomever, and depending upon your perspective, make it debatable. You know what I'm saying? He can do all that shit, bro. But right now, this motherfucking Eminem right now, bro, come on, dog. It's different. You gotta listen to. I haven't gotten through all the records, but the breakdowns I've done of the records from Kamikaze, and I broke down. That's why I like Used to Be Murdered By, because I broke all that shit down and saw what the fuck he was doing, bro. It's
and what was he doing?
It's elite. It's the triple, quadruple, quintuple fucking entendres where
are empty quadruple entendres.
You right? Say empty?
Yeah, like I know they exist. I've heard them, but they empty.
Nah, bro. Like, dog. Wait a minute. You gotta make me. I'm gonna have to pull up evidence, bro, because that's not true. You discrediting this man, dog. They're not empty, dog. He says shit with intention, bro. Like the fucking. What the fuck is the damn song? Hold on. If you're gonna critique me, you better at least be as good or better. Get Earl the hooded sweatshirt, whatever his name is, talking about Earl sweat, whatever. To help you put together some words more than just two letters, the fans waited for this moment, like the feature when I stole the show. Sorry if I took forever.
Now, what is he saying?
You know the record Forever when he rapped with fucking Wayne, Drake, and Kanye, and he murdered all of them. He murdered all of them. He murdered all of them on that record. I mean, if you say he didn't.
Yeah. I'm not.
But the name of the fucking song was Forever, so it took forever for me to pull up. I took that song Forever, and I'm sorry I took forever to give y'all fucking music, bro. So he's stunting. He said I watched all these motherfuckers on this record, even though y'all talking shit about me. Y'all talking shit about me. I ain't the fucking man. I took that whole fucking record, watched all these big ass names, talking to my fans, the fans that fuck with me. I'm sorry if I took it forever with this music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's three things at once, bro. And is he stunting at the same fucking time? That's one lyric just popped in my head. I just did a reaction to that shit, bro. That's not empty entendre, dog.
It's mediocre. That's mediocre.
How
That's mediocre.
How is that mediocre?
Like I'm not impressed by that. It's then that was nothing. Like me hearing that, reading that, I'm not. Wow, I'm like, oh my god, he said that. I'm not.
It's not a face value punch where it's just clear as day. I take pain like Tylenol, like that's okay. Ooh, I got that. You know what I'm saying? That's some Wayne shit. But that's simple complexity, bro. This shit takes some fucking brain power to goddamn break down, bro. And to think about.
I'm not arguing that. No argument there. I'm not arguing that. I'm saying, in all of that, with all that existing, it's not impressive. That's not impressive.
Give me a entendre, a dense entendre from Hove.
When he said on Rick Ross's Freemasons, on my third six, but a devil I'm not. Like this is, and he did that the whole record. Not that I'm a Mason, but it's amazing that I made it through the maze that I was in. Lord, without these prayers, I never would have made it without sin. Like this is what I'm talking. This is what I'm used to. This is what I'm used to. So I can't get.
At the end of the day, that's subjective, bro. It's subjective, dog. It's subjective, bro. Like that's dense to you. This is dense to me. They both dense. They both fire ass bars, but you pushing one over the other for whatever the case may be. Like,
I can say that he will have some entendres. Eminem we're talking about. He will have some entendres just because of it's a repetition, right? If a nigga who shoots.
Nah, bro. Nah, dog. You discredited him, dog. Because I can give you simple complexity too. That's a lot more smoother and shit, bro. It's like since he's doing so much with so many fucking words, it seems like it's empty to you because he's saying too much, trying to fit too much, and this shit stop. Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought it was posed. I thought I'm off. I feel like it's low key. He's saying too many words to express a thought. And you feel some type of way about that. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs to like peel it back a little bit and smooth it out in order to get that. It
was a little jumbled. It was a little.
Okay, I mean, no, because I can't read it how he rapped it. I can't.
No, I know that.
Recite it the way he said it, but
but
he's stunting though, dog. Like he's stunting, bro. Like basically, fans. I'm sorry I took forever for me to pull up, but then I'm sorry I took forever for this. I don't see how that's mediocre, bro. I don't see how that's mediocre, but I can pull up a fucking entendre that's more your style. But that's what we're talking about, like stylistically. That's more your style of an entendre.
You can probably pull up just because, like I said, he's been doing this forever. So I'm pretty sure you can pull up a multitude of entendres, just like the one you said. That's way better than that one. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about a whole different style of shit though. I don't have to give you an entendre. I can give you some simple shit. I can give you. Eminem literally does everything, bro. That shit you showed me that the shit you just said that Jay-Z does. That's Jay-Z shit, and it's fire as fuck. But that's Jay-Z shit. Eminem can do this and 10 million fucking other things, bro. This ain't all he just does. You said he's giving you like empty calorie fucking entendres, and I just disagree with that, bro. That was not empty at all.
That was an empty clip. He backed out an empty clip right there. But this is my thing, right? I'm not saying that what you just said earlier, a few seconds ago, where you like he can do multiple things. I'm not arguing that. I just don't think he does them well. Mediocre at best.
Nah, bro. Nah, dog. Nah, man.
Like mediocre.
But I mean, there's no bar that I can give you. It could be a fucking majority voted bar that this shit is fucking insane. He just said, I give it to you. You gonna shit on it because you already got your perception programmed to feel Eminem a certain way. There's nothing I can say to you that's gonna fucking change your mind.
No, it's not about Eminem. My thing has never been about Eminem. Eminem is Eminem. That's an entity I can't do nothing about. It's never been the issue. It's been the absorption in the consumers.
I'm not about that. I'm talking you have set in your mind that Eminem has mediocre bars at best. You have that in your mindset.
Well, that's what he's showing.
You have gotten to the point. No. You said from the beginning that from Slim Shady to the Encore, you wasn't really rocking with it. But then you said you've heard every fucking album he's put out. I tend to disagree with that because there's no way I've heard every fucking album.
No, hear me out. I've heard them. I haven't sat with them and been like, all right, I'm here.
Yeah, but you did.
Comes out.
You have to do that in order to have this stance on Eminem. You can't just hear it. I can just have something on and all right, that's cool. But you have to listen to what the fuck he's saying in order to determine whether or not his bars are mediocre.
Doing anything that makes me stay.
I understand that. You have to. There has to be something there that's going to make you want to sit there and listen to it. I get that. He's not your style of rapper, but that's aesthetics, bro. But I understand. Like my favorite rapper to listen to is Nipsey. That's motivational music for me. I listen to him religiously, dog. But Nipsey cannot rap with Eminem when it's on. I'm listening to it. It's got me. It's got me. You know what I'm saying? You have to give Eminem a chance in order. Because you have to at this point. I mean, you don't have to, but in order to fucking provide this to give this statement saying his bars are mediocre at best, you can't really say that if you haven't given him a chance, regardless if nothing he's doing on his record is pulling you in. If somebody gives you a record to fucking just sit down there, listen to it, digest it.
How many times do I do that if I'm already not impressed by the last 20? If I wasn't,
when's the last time you sat down listened to Eminem's words?
What's the shit he had with the suit on? He was looking real pasty like the Joker on.
Rap guy?
Is that music to be murdered to? Get murdered to? Let me see.
Yeah, he had a suit on, a little Alfred Hitchcock shit.
Yeah. That was the last one.
Yeah, but you sat there and tried to listen to what the fuck he was saying.
I mean, I sat there and hit play, and then literally hit play until it was unlistenable. You asked me, have I sat down dedicated time?
Yes, that's what motherfuckers do with Eminem. You can't. I don't listen to him for beats and a vibe and shit, bro. Like, if I don't like the beats he typically uses. Mm-hmm. If I don't have the intention to try to listen to and understand why this man is appreciated the way he's appreciated, then I get what you're saying. But I'm telling you, just fucking sit down and listen to one of his records, go through the fucking lyrics and see what the fuck you're talking about. You're not gonna say his lyrics is mediocre because right now he's in his stride, bro. He's just doing whatever the fuck you want to do with words, bro. And it's ridiculous, dog. For you to say he's mediocre, you can't say that if you haven't given him a chance to try to understand why motherfuckers is on him right now.
I think Eminem is one of these acts that I believe it's like the wrestler. You know how, like, I don't know if you watch wrestling, but like, you know how sometimes a wrestler is like hot, like he's to the moon. This guy is, especially like back in the 80s, you'd have these guys that everybody loved in all the territories. And then by like the late 90s, when wrestling made its turn, these guys have fizzled out and they're now doing the Chitlin circuit and they are now doing the Comic-Con pop-ups. That's why I think that's what he's become. He's become.
But you can't say that if you haven't listened to what he's saying.
If you're saying he took all the antics out of his music, which I kind of agree with, you know, he's not doing the.
No, he doesn't, bro. He's woke.
He's not doing the shock value stuff. Now the antics are.
No, that's not it. That's not it. You pigeonholing him, bro. You pigeonholing him. If you
so when I listened to, so now my ears is lying. So when I listened to music to be murdered by, I didn't hear by the third song. He's
nah, bro. I mean, he does animations sometimes with his voice and shit, but like to pigeonhole him and say that's all he's doing on that album is unfair. You can't really say it because you haven't.
And you know what? I would be fine with that. If you were to tell me what you just told me, I can self-identify and say yes, I am, and I would be fine with that.
So say what?
That I am pigeonholing him, and that's how I'm judging. I can accept that.
Right.
That I can accept that level of self-identification. Like,
right.
Yeah, I am.
All right.
But it's come from such a long space of trying to understand from day one. I'm talking about as a kid, I was like, what the fuck do everybody seeing this white boy? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
What's happening? What is this shit?
I get it. I understand, bro. I mean, there's nothing like if I was in your shoes and this is somebody I don't fuck with anyway.
Why
Am I gonna put so much effort trying to understand why everybody likes him so much? And I've already gathered this opinion from him. Like he has to do something that's gonna captivate me like that to bring me in to actually fucking sit down and pay.
You know when he did that? He did it. He did that on Renegade. When I listened to, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, but he rode that beat like how we listen, like how we like listening to motherfuckers rap. You know what I'm saying? Like
the shit he was talking about.
Yeah.
Was so off keel.
Yeah, he was
take a bath with the Catholic and holy water.
But that's that Eminem shit. But he gave it to you on a swaggy ass flow. He rolled the fuck out that pocket, dog.
He did without a question.
Yeah, but that appealed to you. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing. There's no objectivity toward that. That's just
that dog is beautiful, by the way.
Appreciate you, dog.
I've become a dog person over like the past 2 to 3 years. So I'm just watching. That's a beautiful dog.
That's my son right there. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's subjective. And like, if I'm Mouse and I have this mind state about Eminem, he got to prove to me that he's worthy of my attention at this point. I got you, but my whole thing was object, and that's what's put this. You know, this net over you being able to, you know, call this man more than mediocre when he was mediocre for you so fucking long. Like, why all of a sudden now I'm gonna fucking put all this energy out trying to change my mind on things when I think he's a certain way. And like I said, there's nothing I can tell you or show you.
There's been in between third party conversations about why does Mouse feel this way, or you know what I mean? There's been people in between the two of us, and I'm like, well, shout out to that nigga for even acknowledging or paying attention with them, because I would not. You know what I mean? But and I get that. But listen, at the end of the day, it's never been about with me. It's never been about Eminem. Eminem has never posed this huge problem to me that people try and make it. It's always the fans and stands.
Yeah, but I don't even want to bring that up because I don't even want to get that energy, bro.
No, I'm just saying that has been kind of what has owned the narrative surrounding me and my critique of him. When honestly, I've never ever once said he's trash. I don't think he's trash. I just don't think he is he's not what the people who make him everything.
That's my issue with it, because for you to make such a bold statement, you know what I'm saying, going against not even the masses, just what the level I've gotten to with Eminem, because I don't identify with any of that noise, stand, allure type of shit. That was not me. I've gone on this fucking journey listening to what the fuck Eminem's done throughout his career, and I've gotten to this point where I'm like, I cannot think of somebody that is just head and shoulders objectively nastier than this man on
Black Thought.
Huh?
Black Thought.
Yeah, but but
Jay-Z.
No, but with me, Eminem has much more in his toolbox than what Black Thought and Jay-Z do. Jay-Z do what they do very, very well. Very, very well. Black Thought does what he does very, very well, bro. But then you got records when Eminem will get on the motherfucking record with Black Thought and do some Black Thought shit. You like, you know what I'm saying? And then Eminem will go off on Yonder and talk about all this other shit the way he does, bro. He's multi-dimensional, bro. He can do every fucking thing, bro.
To be honest, there was a point where people, you know, this was before, you know, the digital media space became what it was. There was a time where people would tell me that all the time, and I would be like, and I was starting to see it. I was starting to believe it. But then, you know what happened? Eminem signed this group called Slaughterhouse. And then I was like, well, these are 4 niggas that are way better than him.
So you think that Eminem gets washed in those Slaughterhouse records?
Washed.
Oh,
Joel has bodied him.
Nah, bro.
Has bodied him.
Nah, bro.
Joe Budden and Royce the 5'9" used to take turns. Whooping his ass.
No. But I mean, there's no point in me refuting that, dog. That is totally subjective. What I do is I go on here and I fucking break these fucking records down, and I don't have any, you know, bias when I do it, bro. Like, I fucking love Joe Budden, dog.
let's never get it twisted. In this conversation, I've never in this conversation heard or seen you as biased. That you don't give me someone with a bias. You give me someone who has done a certain amount of research, a certain amount of deep digging that I refuse to do on a certain matter. Like, I don't see you as biased. I see you as somebody. I see you as a, and this is the space that we're in now. I see you as a analyst who I just have a opposing view of.
Yeah.
I'm never biased. I don't see you as biased. I don't want anybody to ever think that. Nobody who's watching from my fan base, bias would not be the word to describe you. Like I said, you're an analyst who's analyzed something, deep dive, and you have come to a conclusion based on your analyst.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's on you, it's incumbent upon you, but the information is out there that will sway your opinion on Eminem. I'm telling you, bro. And I think that with you, like on Slaughterhouse, for example, bro, like do you think that the fact that you already have this image of Eminem in your mind, that when you hear him on a record with some other motherfuckers, you have a bias towards Eminem? Like you developed this way of thinking about him.
No, I don't have a bias. I'm the exact opposite. I don't have a bias against Eminem. I just don't give a fuck about Eminem. I have the exact opposite of a bias. Well,
then we can do that as well. Like we can do that as well. You don't expect anything from Eminem, but when you on a record, a Slaughterhouse record, for example, like I'm sure you fuck with Joe. Like
Joe is one of my favorite rappers, even though I don't like him as a person.
Yeah, but as a rapper, he's nice. He's nice.
Joe's a rapper. Like, it's so funny that I was just listening to Mood Music through the other day, and I was posting, and people were like, yo, but you hate Joe. Like, one, I don't care enough to hate anybody, but I dislike him as a person because I got to know him personally.
Yeah.
But as a rapper,
he's nice.
This motherfucker is nice.
Yeah. Okay. So my question is, when you listen to a record with Joe or Ortiz or Cricket, you have expectations from them because you fuck with these artists a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like you listen to them, you're expecting these motherfuckers to sound a certain way. You're expecting to enjoy what the fuck they're going to say.
Well, I don't know that I have an expectation. I tend to listen and consume things without expectation. That way I can really appreciate what it is that they're putting into. Because if I have an expectation, then whatever they do could falter, right? So if I have expectation to hear like bars, but they come with a record where they just cooling or they're talking about their problems, discussing their life, my expectation won't be met.
Well, maybe I used the wrong word, not the expectation, but like Joe, Joe's a nice rapper.
So they get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, facts. You'd expect to enjoy what the fuck they're gonna say. Mm-hmm, you know what I'm saying? With Eminem, it's not that way. You can go fuck either way.
Eminem does not.
So he's gonna have to work that much harder to goddamn. So that's not a bias, but that's an obstacle in the way from you actually seeing what the hell Eminem is doing. You know what I'm saying?
I can acknowledge that. Mm-hmm.
So it's either way, Eminem is gonna be fucked with you regardless. But I mean, he not gonna fucking be out here. I gotta fucking make Mouse happy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, the information is out there, and as low key, it's like a hip hop head. You're a hip hop head, man. Like,
thank you.
I feel like you were low key missing out, dog, on what the fuck this man is doing, because he's doing some crazy ass shit. Like if you love hip hop, you love penmanship, you love just what you can do lyrically. I don't even like saying lyrics, because lyrics to me, I feel like
that's like bottom. That's like should be baseline, right?
Yeah, but it's just he goes off the deep end, bro. Bro, I can't believe he just did that on this fucking record, man. Like he's the only motherfucker. Not him and Lupe Fiasco and Andre too are the only motherfuckers that I have done reactions to, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro. Like my fucking shit is. I'm like, damn, bro, it's deep. K-Dot too, but K-Dot is a different way. But it's like
K-Dot's a different breed, absolutely.
It's. I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice by pigeonholing him the way you are. I think you should give him a chance, not even for Eminem or for Stans to make anybody else happy. Just if you would love hip hop the way you love, I think that you would admire some of the shit that Eminem has done since you've casted that mediocre net on him. You know what I'm saying?
And once again, with self-identity, I can see where that I can see how true that probably is. I can see how that plays a part into it. But also, you know what I mean, it's gonna sound like whoa, but you know what I mean? I much rather spend that time if I'm gonna do that, right? If I'm going to do that and I'm gonna put so much effort in it, I'd rather spend that time doing that with a black artist, to be honest.
I feel you, but that's a whole different
he's not
topic.
missing, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not missing no meals because I'm not listening to.
I'm not even talking about the money. I could give a fuck about putting money in anybody's pocket, bro. I like bars, dog. Whether it's from rap, fucking rock and roll, now country. If you can say some shit that's gonna move me, I admire the fact that you can fucking come up with that in your fucking brain and write that shit down. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate.
Which is why I commend what you do. That's why I respect what you do. I think you're one of the leading voices in this space of the reaction space to actual music and bars. So I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate you. Like I said, you're an analyst. You're no different than a Skip or a Shannon or you know what I mean. As to where I might be more of a Stephen A. You know I mean?
Bro, your ass is Skip Bayless right here talking about LeBron, dog. I'm Shannon and you Skip, bro.
You are missing out, Skip.
Skip. That's funny as hell, bro.
Hey, but listen, man, I got a jet, but I definitely want to do this in person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in Atlanta in the next couple of weeks, so we got each other's contact.
Yeah. I'm in San Diego though, bro. But my schedule. Okay. I can move whenever, however. So just let me know, dog. This was dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. You know, let's do this about other things. Like let's do this. Like this is fun. I think there's something here. Yeah. Like I said, if nothing else, I respect your mind. Yeah, like the way you break this shit down, the way you analyze shit, the way you have an eye and the eye matches the ear and then the ear matches the iteration and the actual enunciation and the way you're articulating this.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. So
appreciate it, dog.
It's a pleasure to share the screen with you, brother.
Thanks, dog, man. Well, more success to you. We're gonna fucking come up with some shit, brainstorm in the back, and I'm anxious to see how the fucking world gonna receive this shit. I think this shit gonna go fucking viral, dog.
You know they're gonna curse me the fuck out.
It don't matter, but hey, I admire the fuck out you because you give no fucks. Come with it.
They gonna curse me out.
It don't matter, dog. It don't matter, bro. You cool as fuck, dog. You. I fucks with it, bro. I fucks with it, dog.
Let's do it. But yeah, like I said, I definitely think there's some shit to let's there's some collaborative shit that we're just scratching the surface with the conversation. So let's do it.
Let's do it, bro. All right, man. I'll holler at you, bro. Appreciate you, dog.
Once again, I appreciate you, my boy.
Yes, sir.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bro.